I do have my stuff for the keto bars. And I am going to use this 8x8 pan. And it said that it'll just make a thicker bar, and it'll just need to cook a little bit longer, but I'm okay with that. All right. The first thing that we're going to do is get our pecans toasted. So I'm going to be not using the chocolate chips. And so she recommended that if you're not using chocolate chips, to increase your pecans to half a cup more. And so it'll be 1.5 cups of pecans. So this is also a Pampered Chef bar pan. I am not a representative. I'm not asking for any of that stuff, but I do love their products. So I'm just going to sit them here, and I'm going to put them. Y'all ready to make a crust? So this is part of my Ninja blender system. You saw the tall one. This is the food processor attachment. And we're going to do some almond flour. Oh, I need some more. Hang on, y'all. I'll be right back. What was it? It was 1.5 cups, right? I just had 1.5 cups. There it goes. No, 1.25 cups. Oh. I don't know where my quarter is, but 1/4 cup is 4 tablespoons, so we'll just do that. Okay. I'll combine those later, alligator. All right, now she has on the recipe a 1/4 cup granular swerve sweetener. A friend of mine made these, and I had them, and she used Gentle Sweet, and they were amazing. So that's what I'm going to use. I texted her again today. I was like, "You did tell me Gentle Sweet, right?" She said, "Yes." And then we're also going to do a little salt. I have to grab that from over here, the oven. Okay. Okay, so we're going to get with the almond flour, sweetener, salt, pulse a few times to combine. So, all right, I have a 1/4 cup of butter that she said to have chilled, cut into small bits. So I have that done here. And I wrote a note on my recipe. It's in the fridge. So I wouldn't forget where it was. Because I probably have been like, oh, I didn't do that. That's how my day's been. Just so y'all know. That's how my day's been crazy. Now we're going to pulse again. And we're going to put it in our little plate. And she said, do be mindful that you are not cooking the crust all the way. Ooh, y'all, that needed its little O-ring thing. It doesn't have one. That's okay. Don't want to waste that beautiful stuff. All right. This is rather dry, so I'm sure we need to use our little fingers to get this pressed down. All right. It's very sandy, just so y'all know. Y'all got to make this, and you're like, this isn't right. It is right. Okay, there's that. And we're going to put it in the oven for, I think, 12 minutes. All right, now we're going to make the filling. And we will be putting that in a saucepan. So we'll get it ready. The first thing that we have is 1/2 cup butter. Where'd my butter go? That's a whole stick, y'all. On the holidays, we're a little, I just don't eat stuff like this all the time. And so this is very weird for me. My little knife go. Cut some little pieces so it melts faster. I was telling my group clients, bless, Buds and Blooms, that Wes and I went on a date the other night, and I was telling him, I said, we really need to remodel the kitchen because when I go live, I need a cooktop on the island so that they can see everything because the stove's over there. And he was like, no. And I said a whole bunch of other things, like I need the microwave right here. And he was like, no, we're not remodeling the kitchen for you to have a cooking show. It was funny. Okay, I gotta get this butter melted. All right, while it's doing that, guys, we're gonna get everything else measured out, okay? So the powdered sweetener is Gentle Sweet. So we'll get that ready. 2/3 of a cup. Southern, you gotta quit, bud. Sometimes my Gentle Sweet gets clumpy, so I'm just stirring it up. All right, after the butter melts, I'm gonna be adding this to it. So that'll be first. Okay. And then we have, is it Yacon? I don't know. Y-A-C-O-N. I'm not even gonna try. Yacon? I don't know. I'm gonna use blackstrap molasses. She said that was a fine sub and it's only 2 teaspoons, so it's really not that big a deal. So the sweetener needs to go in. And then we're back to the pecan pie bars, okay? So just so y'all don't get lost. I used to have a silicone whisk and it got messed up. I need to get another one because I don't like using metal on my non-stick pans. This is Tefal, T-F-A-L brand from Marshall's, and we really, really like it. We use this thing every day, all 7 of us. Well, not the boys, but Wes, the girls, and I. We just keep it on the stove, and we don't always eat breakfast at the same time, so we just all cook our own thing. Okay, let me refer back to my recipe real quick. Oh yes, the syrup. Actually, the molasses. I'm trying to heat back up. It says it helps with the color. I can definitely see that. Something that was very weird to me when I started THM, I was really excited to make auntie syrup. And one of the basic, I think it's called basic syrup. It may not be that one, but there is a THM syrup and it is clear. And that was very, very weird for me. And then also, I'm gonna put my little stirrer for this. I don't know. Also, when I made a root beer float one time with Halo Top vanilla ice cream and a Zevia root beer. And when I poured the Zevia root beer, it was clear. It was so weird. So weird indeed. All right, stirring that up. It's very pretty, pretty, pretty. The next thing we're gonna do is add some vanilla. Get my recipe back over here. I always try to see if there's one I could use without dirtying up another one. All right. And we got some cream, 1/2 cup heavy cream. Where did that thing go? I put it back in the refrigerator. Yeah, I did. Oh, it's over here. I had no idea where that was. So my stuff is everywhere. I would have preferred to have all of this measured out, whether I was videoing or not. Helps my brain. That's all right. We got this. Oh, it smells amazing. And this is what I love about this recipe. It's gooey. I like my Southern pecan pies. Y'all know they're gooey on the inside. And that is what I really am hunting when I'm looking for a THM replacement for my pecan pie. And honestly, if you want, we could put this in a, could have put it in a pie thing. It wouldn't have mattered. You do you, man. All right, now we're gonna do, I think I'm actually going to transfer this to another thing so I can't, because I do need to whisk. I do need to whisk in the eggs. Get all that yumminess out of there. Okay. Then we're gonna get our salt as well. And it's right here, fabulous. Oh, that roll, it's still fluffy. I was afraid they'd fall. We don't want scrambled eggs. That's why we removed it from the heat earlier. Perfect. And some salt, just a little bit. Smells like pecan pie, girls. Bella always makes off-plan pecan pies. Wes's mama buys tons and tons of pecans so Bella can make. Okay, now what are we gonna do? Scatter the pecans and chocolate chips over the crust and pour the filling over the top. Okay, well, guess what? Our crust is done. So let's make some room for it. Over here. It's perfect. The edges are golden brown, just like she said they needed to be. And we're going to grab the pecans. Do any of y'all say pecans? Okay, scatter the pecans and chocolate chips if you're using on the crust, and then the filling goes over that. Okay. Whoops. Just trying to get those even. Okay. Oh. Well, thank you, but I already got it out. You're so kind. I'm going to give this one more little stir just to make sure everything's nice and still happy. Just pour this in here. Oh man, yummy. Be sure to get you a scraper, girls. You don't want to miss any of this yumminess. Okay. I want y'all to be able to see this. We really need smell-a-TV. You'll see? Can you see? Beautiful. All right, we're gonna get it in the oven. It's getting a little hot on my fingers. Okay, bake for 20 minutes until the filling is mostly set. And it may take a little longer because this is a smaller pan. So I'll just keep an eye on it. So good, so exciting.